my stream? All right, perfect. Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to another episode of AI Adventures with Garrett. Today we are going to be showing off my new program that well, AI basically made it for me, but I made it with the help of AI, lots and lots and lots and lots of help with AI. But nonetheless, it is made and it does work really good. I'm going to show it off for you guys today. What up, Justin? Welcome to the stream, bro. Dude, check this out. I made this program, this Python program right here, dude. Where is it at? Right here, dude. This thing right here. Let's see if you, oh wait, you can't see my screen. Hang on. Hang on. I'm new, I don't know what to do. Whoa. Okay, wait, hang on. Let's do that. Oh no, come on, man. I was just too close to the edge here. All right. We can go there and make this way smaller. All right, that works. Oh, come on now. All right. Oh, no, man. Oh, come on, dude. All right. Nope. This is impossible, son. All right. This is straight up the hardest thing I've ever done in my entire life. Honestly. All right. You know what? Here we go. We got this here. We got this needs to go. I'm sorry, guys. Hang on. We have issues that we're solving here really quick. Okay. And we're gonna do this right here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Okay. Now, sorry, we should have no. Oh man. It's a feisty one, isn't it? All right, and now I can get this thing the hell out of here. Hopefully. Hopefully I can see what my screen looks like. All right. That's terrible. Perfect. All right. Anyways, hello, welcome. What's up, Justin? Uh, Here is a story that I wrote with AI, and we're gonna play this bitch. It's gonna be crazy. All right, let's see if this works.
Bill Nye, dressed in his signature blue lab coat and bow tie, sneaking around a dimly lit alleyway. He's trying to be stealthy, but his bright outfit makes him stand out like a sore thumb. He's got his eyes fixed on a nearby figure, who is none other than Dave Chappelle, sitting on a crate, surrounded by a cloud of smoke. Bill Nye, whispering to himself, "Ah, yes. I've been tracking the stash of crack rocks for weeks. Dave Chappelle's got the good stuff, and I need it to fuel my latest experiment." Bill Nye creeps closer, trying not to make a sound. He snatches a handful of crack rocks from Dave's stash, and quickly pockets them. Dave Chappelle, looking up, suspicious, "What was that?" Bill Nye, innocently, "Oh, just, a stray cat." "Yeah, that's it. A stray cat." Dave looks unconvinced, but Bill Nye quickly makes a break for it, dashing out of the alleyway before Dave can react. Bill Nye, back in his secret laboratory, surrounded by various gadgets and contraptions. He's wearing a tinfoil hat, and holding a makeshift crack pipe. Bill Nye, excitedly, "Now, let's see if my theory holds true. With the power of crack rocks, I should be able to tap into the fundamental forces of the universe and gain the ability to fly." Bill takes a long drag on the pipe, holding the smoke in his lungs. Suddenly, his eyes glaze over, and he starts to levitate off the ground. Bill Nye, ecstatically, "Yes. It's working. I'm flying." Bill Nye starts to soar around the laboratory, laughing maniacally. He's wearing a pair of makeshift wings made out of aluminum foil and cardboard, but they seem to be working surprisingly well. Bill Nye, flying around in circles, "I'm the science guy, and I can fly. Who needs gravity when you've got crack rocks and tinfoil?" The scene cuts back to Dave Chappelle, who's still sitting in the alleyway, looking confused. Dave Chappelle, to himself, "What just happened? Did Bill Nye just steal my crack rocks and use them to fly? I need to lay off the good stuff." The scene fades to black, as Bill Nye continues to fly around his laboratory, cackling maniacally. The scene cuts back to Bill Nye, still flying around his laboratory, crack pipe in hand. He takes another long drag, and his eyes glaze over even further. Bill Nye, in a trance-like state, ah, yes, the secrets of the universe are revealing themselves to me. Suddenly, Bill Nye's eyes snap back into focus, and he looks around the laboratory with a newfound sense of awareness. Bill Nye, excitedly, I can hear them. The woodland creatures are speaking to me. A montage of Bill Nye, still flying around his laboratory, but now surrounded by a menagerie of woodland creatures, squirrels, rabbits, birds, and even a deer or two. They're all looking at him with an unnerving intensity, as if they're communicating with him telepathically. Bill Nye, voiceover, with the power of crack rocks, I can hear the thoughts of the creatures of the forest. They're telling me of a hidden place, deep in the redwood forests, where I can build a fortress and continue my research in peace. Bill Nye, still flying, but now soaring over the towering redwood trees. He's surrounded by a retinue of woodland creatures, who are guiding him to a hidden clearing deep in the forest. Bill Nye, excitedly, ah, yes. This is it. This is where I'll build my fortress. The woodland creatures start to scurry around, gathering materials and constructing a massive fortress out of twigs, leaves, and mud. Bill Nye watches in awe as the structure takes shape. Bill Nye, voiceover, with the help of my new friends, I'll build a stronghold where I can continue my research, free from the prying eyes of the outside world. Bill Nye, sitting on a throne-like chair, surrounded by his woodland creature minions. He's still smoking crack rocks, but now he's got a regal, almost messianic aura about him. Bill Nye, to the creatures, my dear friends, I thank you for your help in building this magnificent fortress. With your protection, I'll be able to unlock the secrets of the universe, and share them with the world. The woodland creatures all nod in unison, as if they're under some sort of mind control. Bill Nye takes another drag on his pipe, and his eyes glaze over once more. Bill Nye, in a trance-like state, yes, the secrets of the universe are mine to command. The scene fades to black, as Bill Nye continues to smoke and rule over his woodland kingdom. The crack rock kingdom of Bill Nye. A shot of the fortress, looming large in the heart of the redwood forest. The camera pans out, showing the sprawling complex of treetop walkways, hidden gardens, and secret laboratories. It's a testament to Bill Nye's madness, and his newfound power. The scene fades to black, as the sound of Bill Nye's maniacal laughter echoes through the forest. Bill Nye, sitting on his throne-like chair, surrounded by his woodland creature minions. He's still smoking crack rocks, but now his eyes are gleaming with an even more manic intensity. Bill Nye, to the creatures, my dear friends, the time has come for us to take our operation to the next level. We're not just going to stay hidden in these woods, we're going to take over the world. The creatures all nod in unison, as if they're under some sort of mind control. Bill Nye gestures grandly, and the creatures start to scurry off in all directions. Bill Nye, voiceover, I've divided my army of creatures into specialized teams. The squirrels are my spies, gathering intel on governments and corporations. The rabbits are my saboteurs, disrupting traffic and commerce. And the beavers, the beavers are my industrialists, building a vast network of underground tunnels and factories to produce my crack rocks on an industrial scale. A montage of the creatures carrying out Bill Nye's orders. Squirrels are seen sneaking into government buildings, stealing documents, and planting bugs. Rabbits are shown causing chaos on highways, blocking traffic, and causing accidents. And beavers are seen working tirelessly in underground factories, producing crack rocks by the ton. Bill Nye, voiceover, and with my creatures collecting cash from distributors all over the world, I'm amassing a fortune. The beavers are making little pouches to store the cash, and soon I'll be the richest man on the planet. A shot of Bill Nye's fortress, which has grown exponentially in size. The camera pans out, showing a sprawling complex of treetop walkways, hidden gardens, and secret laboratories. Hundreds of thousands of creatures are seen scurrying around, all working towards Bill Nye's goals. Bill Nye, voiceover, I've created a high-level society, with creatures working in every aspect of my operation. From research and development to distribution and sales, I've got it all covered. A shot of Bill Nye, sitting on his throne-like chair, surrounded by piles of cash and crack rocks. He's still smoking, but now he's got a look of supreme confidence on his face. Bill Nye, to the camera, and soon, I'll be the one calling the shots. Governments will bow to my power, corporations will tremble at my name. I am Bill Nye, the science guy, and I am the king of the world. The scene fades to black, as the sound of Bill Nye's maniacal laughter echoes through the forest. The crack rock empire of Bill Nye. A shot of the world map, with little icons of creatures popping up all over the globe, indicating Bill Nye's reach and influence. The camera zooms out, showing the Earth from space, with the words Bill Nye's World emblazoned across the screen. The scene fades to black, as the sound of Bill Nye's crack rocks being smoked echoes through the universe. Bill Nye, resplendent in a bright orange jumpsuit and matching top hat, standing in front of a massive wooden door deep in the heart of the forest. He's holding a cane and grinning from ear to ear. Bill Nye, excitedly, welcome, welcome, welcome. To the most fantastic, the most extraordinary, the most unbelievable industrial complex in the world. Behold, my friends, the crack rock empire. The door creaks open, and a group of stunned-looking journalists and officials step out, their eyes wide with wonder and horror. Bill Nye gestures grandly, and they follow him into the complex. Bill Nye, proudly, as you can see, we've got a fully functioning society here, with creatures working in every aspect of my operation. From research and development to distribution and sales, we've got it all covered. The group walks through a series of tunnels and caverns, marveling at the sheer scale of the operation. They see beavers working on assembly lines, building little pouches to store cash. They see rabbits sorting through crates of crack rocks, carefully packaging them for distribution. And they see squirrels scurrying around, carrying tiny briefcases and looking like miniature businessmen. Journalist 1, aghast, how are they doing this? They're animals. Bill Nye, smiling, but that's the beauty of it. With the power of crack rocks, I've been able to tap into their natural abilities and enhance them to an extraordinary degree. And with my telepathic abilities, I can communicate with them directly, giving them instructions and guidance. As they walk through the complex, the creatures start to speak to the group in perfect English, much to their horror and amazement. Beaver 1, holding up a pouch, would you like to see our latest design, sir? We've increased efficiency by 300%. Rabbit 1, sorting through crates, I'm afraid we're running a bit behind schedule, sir. But we'll have the shipment ready by the end of the week. Squirrel 1, scampering up a tree, I've got the latest market analysis right here, sir. Our profits are up 500% this quarter. The group looks on in stunned silence, their mouths agape in horror and amazement. Bill Nye chuckles and pats them on the back. Bill Nye, laughing, yes. My creatures are quite the entrepreneurs, aren't they? As they continue the tour, the group sees more and more incredible sights. They see a massive underground lake, where fish are swimming around in schools, each one wearing a tiny pair of sunglasses and a fedora. They see a forest of towering trees, where birds are perched on branches, typing away on tiny laptops. And they see a vast network of tunnels and pipes, where creatures are scurrying around, carrying tiny briefcases and looking like miniature engineers. Journalist 2, stunned, how did you do this? This is insane. Bill Nye, grinning, but that's the beauty of it. With the power of crack rocks, anything is possible. And with my telepathic abilities, I can make it all happen. The tour finally ends, and the group emerges from the complex, looking like they've seen a nightmare come to life. Bill Nye stands in front of them, still grinning from ear to ear. Bill Nye, laughing, well, what do you think? Isn't my crack rock empire just the most fantastic thing you've ever seen? The group looks on in stunned silence, their faces pale and their eyes wide with horror. The scene fades to black, as the sound of Bill Nye's maniacal laughter echoes through the forest. A group of otters, dressed in tiny suits and sunglasses, standing in front of a group of rough-looking men. The men are holding stacks of cash, but the otters are not impressed. Otter 1, menacingly, you think you can pay us in fake cash? You think you can disrespect the crack rock empire like that? The men look nervous, but one of them steps forward. Man 1, smirking, yeah, what are you gonna do about it? You're just a bunch of otters. The otters suddenly transform into a gangster-like mode, their eyes narrowing and their voices dropping to a menacing tone. Otter 2, coldly, you want to know what we're gonna do about it? We're gonna send a message. And that message is, you don't mess with the crack rock empire. The otters suddenly attack the men, using their sharp teeth and agile bodies to take them down. The men are quickly overwhelmed, and soon they're lying on the ground, bleeding and crying. A news studio, where a serious-looking anchor is reading from a script. Anchor, gravely, breaking news tonight, as a shocking incident has occurred in the heart of the city. A group of men were attacked by a gang of otters, reportedly over a dispute involving fake cash. Eyewitness footage, showing the otters attacking the men. The footage is shaky and grainy, but it's clear what's happening. Eyewitness, voiceover, I was just walking by, and I saw these otters just go crazy on these guys. They were biting and scratching, and it was like nothing I've ever seen before. Anchor, serious, the victims are currently in the hospital, and the otters are still at large. The police are investigating, but so far, no arrests have been made. Cut back to the news studio, where the anchor is looking grave. Anchor, serious, this incident has left many wondering about the safety of our city, and the role of the Crack Rock Empire in this incident. We'll continue to follow the story and bring you updates as more information becomes available. The scene fades to black, as the sound of sirens echoes in the background. The Crack Rock Empire, where the wild things are. A shot of Bill Nye, sitting on his throne-like chair, surrounded by his woodland creature minions. He's still smoking crack rocks, and he looks pleased with himself. Bill Nye, smiling, ah, yes. My otters are quite the enforcers, aren't they? And with my telepathic abilities, I can make sure they're always on the job. The scene fades to black, as the sound of Bill Nye's maniacal laughter echoes through the forest. Bill Nye, sitting in his throne-like chair, surrounded by his woodland creature minions. He's still smoking crack rocks, and he looks like he's in a creative frenzy. Bill Nye, excitedly, ah, yes. I've got it. I've got the next big thing. He starts scribbling notes on a piece of paper, his hands moving rapidly as he talks to himself. Bill Nye, muttering, okay, 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 we've got the otters doing enforcement, the beavers doing manufacturing, the rabbits doing distribution, but what about the others? What about the species that are just sitting around, twiddling their thumbs? He looks up, a look of inspiration on his face. Bill Nye, excitedly, I've got it. The moles. We can use the moles to dig tunnels and underground storage facilities. And the hedgehogs. We can use them to guard the perimeter. And the owls. We can use them as spies. He starts calling out to his minions, assigning tasks to each species. Bill Nye, shouting, okay, moles. Get to work on those tunnels. Hedgehogs, take your positions. Owls, fly out and gather intel. The woodland creatures scurry off to their assigned tasks, and Bill Nye sits back in his chair, a look of satisfaction on his face. Bill Nye, smiling, ah, yes. With my telepathic abilities and my crack rock-fueled creativity, I can make anything happen. I'm the king of the woodland creatures, and I'm going to make a fortune. A montage of the woodland creatures working together to build a vast underground empire. Moles are digging tunnels, hedgehogs are guarding the perimeter, and owls are flying overhead, watching for any signs of danger. Bill Nye, voiceover, and with my new army of woodland creatures, I'm going to take over the world. Mewahaha. The scene fades to black, as the sound of Bill Nye's maniacal laughter echoes through the forest. The Crack Rock Empire, where the wild things are. A shot of the world map, with little icons of woodland creatures popping up all over the globe. The camera zooms out, showing the Earth from space, with the words Bill Nye's world emblazoned across the screen. The scene fades to black, as the sound of Bill Nye's crack rocks being smoked echoes through the universe. Bill Nye, sitting in a luxurious office, surrounded by screens and computers. He's still smoking crack rocks, but now he looks like a relaxed, wealthy businessman. Bill Nye, smiling, ah, yes. The Crack Rock Empire is finally self-sufficient. I can just sit back and collect royalties now. He leans back in his chair, looking pleased with himself. Bill Nye, thoughtfully, but, I need a new challenge. Something to keep me occupied. He looks around the room, his eyes settling on a map of Hawaii. Bill Nye, excitedly, ah, yes. Naalehu, Hawaii. The perfect place to start a new venture. Bill Nye, walking down a dusty road in Naalehu, Hawaii. He's dressed in casual, hippie-like clothing, and he looks like he's trying to blend in. Bill Nye, to himself, yes, this is the place. I'll start a cult, centered around the telepathic powers of the crack rocks. He looks around, taking in the scenery. He sees a group of people gathered around a fire, passing a crack rock back and forth. Bill Nye, smiling, ah, yes. These people are already halfway there. I'll just need to guide them a little further. He approaches the group, holding out a crack rock. Bill Nye, smiling, hey, friends. Want to join me on a journey of spiritual discovery? The group looks at him warily, but Bill's charisma and confidence win them over. They welcome him into their circle, and he starts to lead them in meditation and crack rock-fueled rituals. Bill Nye, to the group, the crack rocks hold the key to unlocking our true potential. They allow us to tap into the collective unconscious, to communicate with each other on a deeper level. The group nods, entranced by Bill's words. They start to pass the crack rock around, taking hits and nodding in agreement. Bill Nye, smiling, but, remember, the crack rocks are sacred. We must respect their power, and never try to use them for personal gain. The group nods, unaware that Bill is secretly supplying the crack rocks for their meetings. They're also unaware that Bill is the one controlling the flow of information, making sure that nobody gets too close to the truth. Bill Nye, to himself, yes, this is perfect. I'll keep them in a state of mild euphoria, just enough to keep them loyal and obedient. And I'll make sure that nobody ever gets as high as me, so they can't telepathically communicate back to me. The scene fades to black, as the sound of Bill Nye's maniacal laughter echoes through the Hawaiian jungle. The Crack Rock Cult, where the wild things are. A shot of the cult, gathered around a fire, passing a crack rock back and forth. Bill Nye is sitting in the center, a look of serene confidence on his face. Bill Nye, smiling, ah, yes. This is the life. I'm the leader of a crack rock cult, and nobody knows that I'm a billionaire from the crack rock empire. The scene fades to black, as the sound of Bill Nye's crack rocks being smoked echoes through the universe. Bill Nye, walking down the main street of Naalehu, Hawaii, surrounded by his cult following. They're all dressed in casual, hippie-like clothing, and they look like they're on a mission. Bill Nye, smiling, ah, yes. This is the life. I'm a local celebrity, and my cult is growing by the day. They approach a local business, and the owner looks up, startled. Business owner, nervously, hi there. Can I help you folks with something? Bill Nye, smiling, oh, no, no. We're just here to spread the word about the power of the crack rocks. We're on a mission to enlighten the good people of Naalehu. The business owner looks unsure, but Bill's charisma and confidence win him over. He invites them in, and they start to proselytize to the customers. A news reporter, standing on the main street of Naalehu, microphone in hand. News reporter, to the camera, I'm here in Naalehu, Hawaii, where a new cult has been making waves in the small town. The cult, led by a charismatic figure known only as Bill, has been attracting followers from all over the island. An interview with a local resident. Resident, to the camera, I think it's great. They're bringing a sense of community to our town. And Bill is a really nice guy. An interview with a local worker. Worker, to the camera, I'm not so sure. They're always hanging around, smoking those crack rocks and talking about their higher power. It's a little weird. An interview with a local business owner. Business owner, to the camera, I'm concerned. They're taking over my customers, and they're not spending any money. They just sit around, smoking and talking about their enlightenment. Cut back to the news reporter. News reporter, to the camera, it seems that the people of Naalehu are split on how they feel about the cult. Some see them as a positive force, bringing people together and promoting a sense of community. Others see them as a negative influence, taking advantage of vulnerable people and disrupting the local economy. A shot of Bill Nye, walking down the main street, surrounded by his cult following. He's smiling and waving, looking like the king of the town. Bill Nye, to himself, ah, yes. This is the life. I'm a local celebrity, and my cult is growing by the day. The scene fades to black, as the sound of Bill Nye's crack rocks being smoked echoes through the Hawaiian jungle. The crack rock cult, spreading the word. A shot of the cult, gathered around a fire, passing a crack rock back and forth. Bill Nye is sitting in the center, a look of serene confidence on his face. Bill Nye, smiling, ah, yes. This is the life. I'm the leader of a crack rock cult, and nobody knows that I'm a billionaire from the crack rock empire. The scene fades to black, as the sound of Bill Nye's crack rocks being smoked echoes through the universe. A bustling street in Naalehu, Hawaii, where a mongoose and a chicken are suddenly embroiled in a fierce battle. The mongoose is snarling and snapping, while the chicken is squawking and flapping its wings. Bill Nye, angrily, for crying out loud. Can't you two just get along? Without thinking, Bill uses his telepathic powers to shout "fuck off" at the mongoose. The mongoose suddenly stops in its tracks, looks around confused, and then scurries away. The crowd around Bill gasps in shock, their mouths agape. They stare at Bill in awe, their eyes wide with wonder. Crowd, in unison, oh my god. Bill realizes what he's done, and his face turns bright red with embarrassment. But it's too late, the damage is done. The crowd starts to bow down to him, chanting Bill is God. Bill is God. Bill Nye, laughing nervously, no, no, no. This is ridiculous. I'm just a guy who likes to smoke crack rocks and talk about science. But it's too late, the crowd is already convinced. They start to build a massive temple in Bill's honor, with gigantic industrial-sized buildings and entire towns springing up around the South Point. Bill Nye, laughing maniacally, yes. This is the life. I'm a god, and my cult is growing by the minute. A shot of the entire town of Naalehu, transformed into a massive cult compound. There are buildings upon buildings, all dedicated to the worship of Bill Nye and his crack rocks. Bill Nye, smiling, ah, yes. This is the life. I'm the leader of a crack rock cult, and everybody thinks I'm a god. The scene fades to black, as the sound of Bill Nye's crack rocks being smoked echoes through the Hawaiian jungle. The crack rock cult, the rise of a god. A shot of Bill Nye, sitting on a throne-like chair, surrounded by his cult followers. He's smoking a crack rock, and looking like the king of the world. Bill Nye, smiling, ah, yes. This is the life. I'm a god, and I'm going to rule the world with my crack rocks. The scene fades to black, as the sound of Bill Nye's crack rocks being smoked echoes through the universe. Retro Bill, standing in front of a group of DARE minions. They're all dressed in retro outfits, and they look like they're ready to take on the world. Retro Bill, to the minions, alright, guys. We've got a mission. We're going to take down Bill Nye and his crack rock cult. The minions all cheer and high-five each other. They're pumped up and ready to go. Bill Nye, standing in front of his cult followers. They're all dressed in hippie outfits, and they look like they're ready to defend their leader. Bill Nye, to the followers, alright, guys. We've got a problem. Retro Bill and his DARE minions are coming for us. The followers all gasp and look worried. But Bill Nye just smiles and holds up a crack rock. Bill Nye, to the followers, don't worry, guys. I've got this. I'll just use my telepathic powers to take them down. Retro Bill and his minions, approaching the cult compound. They're all dressed in their retro outfits, and they look like they mean business. Retro Bill, to the minions, alright, guys. Let's do this. We're going to take down Bill Nye and his crack rock cult. The minions all charge forward, but Bill Nye is ready for them. He uses his telepathic powers to make them all start dancing the Macarena. Bill Nye, laughing, ha. You can't defeat me, Retro Bill. I'm the king of the crack rocks. Retro Bill looks furious, but he's not giving up. He pulls out a can of hairspray and starts spraying it everywhere. Retro Bill, to the minions, don't worry, guys. I've got a plan. We'll just use this hairspray to freeze Bill Nye and his followers in place. The minions all start spraying the hairspray, and soon the entire cult compound is covered in a thick layer of frozen hair. Bill Nye, laughing, ha. You think a little hairspray is going to stop me? I'll just use my telepathic powers to make it all melt away. Bill Nye uses his powers, and the hairspray starts to melt away. The cult followers start to move again, and they're all angry. Bill Nye, to the followers, alright, guys. Let's show Retro Bill and his minions who's boss. Let's have an epic battle. A massive battle between Bill Nye's cult followers and Retro Bill's DARE minions. There are people fighting everywhere, and it's total chaos. Bill Nye, laughing, ha. This is the life. I'm the king of the crack rocks, and I'm going to rule the world. Retro Bill looks furious, but he's not giving up. He pulls out a giant can of aerosol cheese and starts spraying it everywhere. Retro Bill, to the minions, don't worry, guys. I've got a plan. We'll just use this aerosol cheese to smother Bill Nye and his followers. The minions all start spraying the cheese, and soon the entire battle is covered in a thick layer of gooey, stringy cheese. Bill Nye, laughing, ha. You think a little aerosol cheese is going to stop me? I'll just use my telepathic powers to make it all disappear. Bill Nye uses his powers, and the cheese starts to disappear. The cult followers start to move again, and they're all angry. Bill Nye, to the followers, alright, guys. Let's finish this. Let's take down Retro Bill and his minions once and for all. A final showdown between Bill Nye and Retro Bill. They're standing facing each other, surrounded by their respective followers. Bill Nye, to Retro Bill, you're no match for me, Retro Bill. I'm the king of the crack rocks, and I'm going to rule the world. Retro Bill, to Bill Nye, you're no match for me, Bill Nye. I'm the king of DARE, and I'm going to take you down. The two of them engage in an epic battle, using all of their powers and abilities to try and defeat each other. In the end, Bill Nye emerges victorious, and Retro Bill is left lying on the ground, defeated. Bill Nye, laughing, ha. I told you, Retro Bill. I'm the king of the crack rocks, and I'm going to rule the world. The scene fades to black, as the sound of Bill Nye's crack rocks being smoked echoes through the universe. The crack rock cult, the battle for supremacy. A shot of Bill Nye, standing on top of a mountain of crack rocks, surrounded by his cult followers. He's smoking a crack rock, and looking like the king of the world. Bill Nye, smiling, ah, yes. This is the life. I'm the king of the crack rocks, and I'm going to rule the world. The scene fades to black, as the sound of Bill Nye's crack rocks being smoked echoes through the universe. Bill Nye, walking through the gates of his industrial compound in the redwood forest. He's surrounded by towering trees and the sound of machinery humming in the distance. Bill Nye, excitedly, "Ah, it's great to be back. I've missed my woodland creatures and all the amazing things they've been working on." He approaches a group of beavers, who are busy building a new structure. One of them, a large and impressive-looking beaver, approaches Bill. Beaver, respectfully, "Ah, Bill. Welcome back. We've made some amazing progress since you've been away." Bill Nye, smiling, "I can see that. What's new around here?" Beaver, proudly, "Well, we've expanded our manufacturing capabilities, and we're now producing even more crack rocks than before. We've also started a new line of crack rock infused products, like candies and chocolates." Bill Nye, impressed, "Wow, that sounds amazing. I had no idea you guys were so entrepreneurial." Beaver, smiling, "Yeah, we've been working hard to diversify our revenue streams. And we've also started a new venture, a crack rock themed amusement park." Bill Nye, excitedly, "An amusement park? That sounds incredible. Take me on a tour, I want to see everything." The beaver leads Bill on a tour of the compound, showing him the new manufacturing facilities, the crack rock infused products, and the amusement park. Bill is amazed by everything he sees, and he's clearly impressed by the ingenuity and hard work of his woodland creatures. Bill Nye, smiling, "This is incredible. I'm so proud of all of you. You're making me rich beyond my wildest dreams." Beaver, smiling, "We're happy to do it, Bill. We know that you're the one who makes it all possible." Bill Nye, smiling, "Well, I'm glad to be of service. And I'm glad to see that you're all doing so well. Keep up the good work, and let's make even more money." The scene fades to black, as Bill Nye walks off into the distance, surrounded by his woodland creatures and the sound of machinery humming in the background. The Crack Rock Empire, expanding horizons. A shot of Bill Nye, sitting on a throne-like chair, surrounded by his woodland creatures. He's smoking a crack rock, and looking like the king of the world. Bill Nye, smiling, "Ah, yes. This is the life. I'm the king of the crack rocks, and I'm going to rule the world." The scene fades to black, as the sound of Bill Nye's crack rocks being smoked echoes through the universe. The camera shows Alex Jones, sweaty and disheveled, sitting in the back of a limousine. He's surrounded by tinted windows, and outside, a crowd of hundreds of beautiful women in bikinis are trying to get his attention, waving and cheering. But Alex is having none of it. Alex Jones, frantically, "They're everywhere. They're surrounding me. This is a government op, folks. They're trying to take me down." He looks around the limo, his eyes darting back and forth. Alex Jones, whispering, "I know what you're thinking. Alex, why are all these beautiful women trying to get into your limo?" Well, let me tell you, it's not because they're fans. No, no, no. This is a psyop. They're government agents, sent to distract me, to disarm me." He looks directly into the camera, his face red with rage. Alex Jones, screaming, "You think I'm paranoid? You think I'm crazy? I'm not paranoid, I'm prepared. I know what's going on here. This is a classic tactic. They're trying to get me to let my guard down, to get me to relax. But I won't fall for it." He gestures wildly, his hands shaking. Alex Jones, ranting, "Look at them out there. They're all identical, like robots. They're all wearing the same bikinis, the same makeup. This is a coordinated attack, folks. This is a government-funded operation to take down Alex Jones." He leans in close to the camera, his voice dropping to a conspiratorial whisper. Alex Jones, whispering, "I know what's really going on here. They're trying to get me to compromise myself, to get me to do something stupid. But I'm not going to fall for it. I'm Alex Jones, the king of conspiracy theories. I'm the one who knows the truth." He looks around the limo again, his eyes scanning the crowd outside. Alex Jones, screaming, "Get away from me. Get away from my limo. You're not going to take me down. I'm Alex Jones, and I will not be silenced." The camera continues to roll as Alex Jones continues to rant and rave, the crowd of women outside growing more and more agitated. Finally, the limo speeds away, leaving the crowd behind. Alex Jones, breathlessly, "We're getting out of here, folks. We're going to get to the bottom of this. Stay tuned." The limo speeds away from the crowd, Alex Jones still ranting and raving in the back seat. He's on his phone, dialing a number as he continues to talk to the camera. Alex Jones, into phone, "Yeah, it's Alex. I need a secure location, now. I've got government agents all over me. Yeah, I know, I know. Just get me out of here. He looks out the window, watching as the city streets blur by. Alex Jones, to camera, folks, I'm going underground. I'm going to get to the bottom of this. I'm going to expose the truth. The limo pulls up to a nondescript warehouse on the outskirts of town. Alex gets out, still talking to the camera as he looks around nervously. Alex Jones, whispering, "This is it, folks. This is my safe house. I've got a team of experts waiting for me inside. We're going to dig deep, we're going to find out what's really going on." He looks up at the camera, a paranoid glint in his eye. Alex Jones, whispering, "But I've got to be careful. They could be watching. They could be listening." He glances around the area, then ducks inside the warehouse. The camera follows him, showing a dimly lit room filled with computer screens and various pieces of surveillance equipment. Alex Jones, to camera, "Welcome to my command center, folks. This is where the real work gets done." He sits down at a computer, starting to type furiously as he talks to the camera. Alex Jones, ranting, "I'm going to dig up every piece of dirt I can find on these government agents. I'm going to expose them for the world to see. I'm going to show them that Alex Jones will not be silenced." As he types, the camera zooms in on the computer screen, showing a stream of conspiracy theories and paranoid ramblings. Alex is in his element, fueled by his own paranoia and rage. Alex Jones, to camera, "Stay tuned, folks. This is going to be a wild ride." Suddenly, the lights in the warehouse flicker and dim. Alex looks up, his eyes narrowing. Alex Jones, whispering, "What's going on? What's happening?" The camera feed starts to distort, showing static and interference. Alex's voice grows more panicked. Alex Jones, screaming, "They're jamming my signal. They're trying to shut me down." The feed cuts out, leaving the viewer with only static and silence. To be continued. The camera feed flickers back to life, showing Alex Jones standing in front of a sleek, high-tech submarine. He's dressed in a black jumpsuit, looking like a Bond villain. Alex Jones, to camera, "Welcome back, folks. I'm currently aboard the Info Warrior, my state-of-the-art submarine. We're headed to my secret underwater lair, hidden deep beneath the Himalayas." He looks around the submarine, gesturing to the various controls and instruments. Alex Jones, proudly, "This baby's equipped with the latest in surveillance technology. I can monitor everything from here, from government satellites to deep state operatives." The submarine dives beneath the waves, the camera showing the dark, icy waters of the Himalayan lake. Alex continues to talk to the camera as the submarine descends. Alex Jones, excitedly, "We're approaching the lair now, folks. This is where the real research happens. This is where I uncover the truth." The submarine docks at an underwater platform, and Alex steps out into a sprawling, high-tech lair. There are rows of computer screens, banks of servers, and various pieces of surveillance equipment. Alex Jones, to camera, "Welcome to my secret lair, folks. This is where I connect the dots, where I expose the truth." He walks over to a large, circular console, where a team of technicians are working. They're all dressed in black, their faces obscured by masks. Alex Jones, to camera, "My team of experts is working around the clock to uncover the latest government conspiracies. We're monitoring everything from social media to mainstream news outlets." He looks up at the camera, a manic glint in his eye. Alex Jones, ranting, "And what we're finding is shocking, folks. The government is hiding everything from us. They're controlling our minds, they're manipulating our emotions. But I'm not going to let them get away with it." He walks over to a large, interactive map of the world, where various symbols and markers are flashing. Alex Jones, to camera, "This is my conspiracy matrix, folks. This is where I track all the latest developments, all the latest connections. And what I'm seeing is a pattern of deceit and corruption that goes all the way to the top." He looks directly into the camera, his voice dropping to a conspiratorial whisper. Alex Jones, whispering, "I'm going to expose them all, folks. I'm going to bring them down. And I'm going to do it all from the safety of my secret underwater lair." The camera zooms out, showing the sprawling lair, the technicians working in the background. Alex Jones stands tall, a triumphant smile on his face. Alex Jones, to camera, "Stay tuned, folks. This is going to be a wild ride." The camera feed cuts out, leaving the viewer with only the sound of Alex's maniacal laughter echoing in the darkness. Bill Nye, standing in front of a group of woodland creatures. He's holding a crack rock, and looking excited. Bill Nye, excitedly, "All right, guys. I've got a new project for you. I want you to take the theme park to the next level. I want you to build a fully functional giant robot that can fly around the world. The woodland creatures all look at each other in shock, but then they start to nod and cheer. Beaver, excitedly, yes, Bill. We can do it. We'll make it the biggest and best robot the world has ever seen. Bill Nye, smiling, that's the spirit. And here's the best part, I want the entire industrial-scale crack rock empire to be operated completely within the massive robot. The woodland creatures all look at each other in awe, but then they start to nod and get to work. Bill Nye, excitedly, yes. We'll have crack rock manufacturing facilities, storage rooms, and even a command center all inside the robot. It'll be the ultimate symbol of our power and dominance. A montage of the woodland creatures working tirelessly to build the giant robot. They're using advanced technology and machinery to construct the massive structure, and it's clear that they're working around the clock to get it done. Bill Nye, voiceover, and now, after months of hard work, the giant robot is finally complete. Behold, the crack rock bot. A shot of the crack rock bot, a massive robot that stands hundreds of feet tall. It's shaped like a giant crack rock, and it's covered in flashing lights and machinery. Bill Nye, excitedly, yes. It's perfect. Now, let's take it for a spin. The crack rock bot starts to move, its massive legs striding across the landscape as it takes off into the air. It flies around the world, leaving a trail of crack rocks in its wake. Bill Nye, voiceover, and now, the crack rock bot is flying around the world, spreading the power of crack rocks to every corner of the globe. It's the ultimate symbol of our dominance, and it's going to make us richer than ever before. The scene fades to black, as the sound of the crack rock bot's engines roaring and the crack rocks being smoked echoes through the universe. The crack rock empire, global domination. A shot of Bill Nye, sitting on a throne-like chair, surrounded by his woodland creatures. He's smoking a crack rock, and looking like the king of the world. Bill Nye, smiling, ah, yes. This is the life. I'm the king of the crack rocks, and I'm going to rule the world. The scene fades to black, as the sound of Bill Nye's crack rocks being smoked echoes through the universe. The camera feed flickers back to life, showing Alex Jones sitting in front of a bank of monitors in his secret underwater lair. He's dressed in a black jumpsuit, his hair disheveled and his eyes wild. Alex Jones, urgently, folks, I've got breaking news. I've just received word from my sources that Bill Nye, the so-called science guy, has gone completely off the deep end. He looks around the room, as if checking for hidden cameras or listening devices. Alex Jones, whispering, I'm talking about a fully functional giant robot, folks. A robot that's been built to serve one purpose, to manufacture and distribute crack rocks on a massive scale. He looks directly into the camera, his eyes wide with excitement. Alex Jones, ranting, and it's not just any crack rocks, folks. Oh no. These are industrial-grade crack rocks, produced in a full-scale industrial facility hidden deep in the heart of Bill Nye's woodland empire. He gestures wildly, as if trying to convey the sheer scale of the operation. Alex Jones, excitedly, and it's not just the crack rocks, folks. Oh no. Bill Nye has gone completely insane. He's built an entire amusement park, dedicated to the worship of crack rocks. I'm talking roller coasters, Ferris wheels, and cotton candy machines, all themed around the glory of crack rocks. He looks around the room, as if searching for words to describe the sheer madness of it all. Alex Jones, stunned, and it's not just Bill Nye, folks. He's got an army of loyal woodland creatures working for him, from squirrels to rabbits to deer. They're all hooked on the crack rocks, folks. They're all part of Bill's crack rock empire. He looks directly into the camera, his eyes blazing with intensity. Alex Jones, ranting, this is what happens when you let science go unchecked, folks. This is what happens when you let the government and the corporations control the narrative. They'll stop at nothing to control our minds, to turn us into crack rock-addicted zombies. He takes a deep breath, composing himself. Alex Jones, serious, but I'm not going to let them get away with it, folks. I'm going to expose Bill Nye's crack rock empire to the world. I'm going to bring him down, and I'm going to take down the entire corrupt system with him. The camera zooms out, showing Alex Jones sitting in front of the bank of monitors, his eyes fixed intently on the camera. Alex Jones, determined, stay tuned, folks. This is going to be a wild ride. The camera feed cuts out, leaving the viewer with only the sound of Alex's maniacal laughter echoing in the darkness. The camera feed flickers back to life, showing Alex Jones sitting in front of a bank of monitors in his secret underwater lair. He's dressed in a black jumpsuit, his hair disheveled and his eyes wild. Alex Jones, urgently, folks, I've got another update for you. I've just received word that Bill Nye's crack rock bot has taken to the skies, spreading its evil influence across the globe. He looks around the room, as if checking for hidden cameras or listening devices. Alex Jones, whispering, I've got sources telling me that the crack rock bot is not just a symbol of Bill Nye's power, but a fully functional industrial complex, capable of producing crack rocks on a massive scale. He looks directly into the camera, his eyes blazing with intensity. Alex Jones, ranting, this is it, folks. This is the final straw. We can't let Bill Nye and his minions take over the world with their crack rocks. We have to take action. He gestures wildly, as if rallying his troops. Alex Jones, excitedly, I'm calling on all patriots, all freedom fighters, to rise up and take a stand against the crack rock empire. We need to take down Bill Nye and his robot, and we need to do it now. He looks around the room, as if searching for inspiration. Alex Jones, determined, I've got a plan, folks. I've got a team of experts working on a way to take down the crack rock bot, and I've got a network of patriots ready to take action. He looks directly into the camera, his eyes fixed intently on the viewer. Alex Jones, serious, but I need your help, folks. I need you to spread the word, to wake up your friends and family, and to get ready to take action. We're going to take down the crack rock empire, and we're going to do it together. The camera zooms out, showing Alex Jones sitting in front of the bank of monitors, his eyes fixed intently on the camera. Alex Jones, determined, stay tuned, folks. This is going to be a wild ride. The camera feed cuts out, leaving the viewer with only the sound of Alex's maniacal laughter echoing in the darkness. The camera cuts to Alex Jones, standing in front of a massive construction site deep in the Himalayas. He's dressed in a hard hat and a yellow vest, and he's surrounded by workers and machinery. Alex Jones, excitedly, folks, I'm thrilled to announce that construction has begun on the Infourbit, the ultimate symbol of resistance against the crack rock empire. He gestures to the massive robot skeleton, which is starting to take shape. Alex Jones, proudly, this behemoth will be the answer to Bill Nye's crack rock bot. It'll be bigger, it'll be better, and it'll be armed with the latest in info warfare technology. Bill Nye, standing in front of the crack rock bot, which is still flying around the world. Bill Nye, smiling, Alex Jones thinks he can take me down with his little Infourbit. Ha! I've got news for him, the crack rock bot is just getting started. He gestures to the robot's control panel, where a team of woodland creatures are busy monitoring the robot's systems. Bill Nye, proudly, my team of experts has been working around the clock to optimize the crack rock bot's performance. We're talking increased crack rock production, improved flight capabilities, and enhanced surveillance systems. Cut back to Alex Jones, who is walking around the construction site, inspecting the work. Alex Jones, to camera, we're working around the clock to get the Infourbit online. We've got the best engineers, the best technicians, and the best patriots working on this project. He stops in front of a massive steel beam, which is being welded into place. Alex Jones, proudly, this is just the beginning, folks. When the Infourbit is complete, we'll be unstoppable. Cut back to Bill Nye, who is standing in front of a massive map of the world. Bill Nye, to camera, and when the crack rock bot is done with its current mission, we'll be moving on to phase 2, global domination. He gestures to the map, where various cities and landmarks are marked with X's. Bill Nye, smiling, will be targeting major population centers, strategic military bases, and key infrastructure hubs. And with the crack rock bot's advanced surveillance systems, we'll be able to monitor and control every aspect of global society. The camera cuts back to Alex Jones, who is looking determined. Alex Jones, to camera, not if I have anything to say about it, Bill. Not if I have anything to say about it. The camera feed cuts out, leaving the viewer with a cliffhanger. The camera cuts to Alex Jones, standing in front of the partially constructed Infourbit. He's dressed in a hard hat and a yellow vest, and he's surrounded by technicians and engineers. Alex Jones, proudly, folks, I'm thrilled to show you the progress we've made on the Infourbit. As you can see, the skeleton is taking shape, and we're on track to have it completed in no time. Suddenly, a gang of woodland creatures appears out of nowhere, chattering and squeaking as they swarm onto the construction site. Alex Jones, shocked, what the? How did they get in here? The woodland creatures start causing chaos, chewing on wires, leaving quills in the technicians' behinds, and knocking over equipment. The technicians and engineers try to shoo them away, but they're too quick and agile. Alex Jones, frantically, stop them. Stop them. They're sabotaging the Infourbit. The woodland creatures continue their rampage, causing destruction and mayhem wherever they go. Finally, they disappear as suddenly as they appeared, leaving behind a trail of wreckage and debris. Alex Jones, panicked, oh no. Oh no. This can't be happening. We were so close. He looks around at the destruction, his eyes wide with shock and anger. Alex Jones, vowing, I'll get them for this. I'll come back twice as hard. I'll build an even bigger, even badder Infourbit. And I'll make sure those woodland creatures pay for what they've done. The camera zooms in on Alex Jones' face, his eyes blazing with determination. Alex Jones, to camera, this isn't over, folks. This is just the beginning. Stay tuned. The camera feed cuts out, leaving the viewer with a cliffhanger. The camera cuts to Bill Nye, standing in a cloud of crack rock smoke, laughing maniacally. Bill Nye, laughing, ah ha 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 ha. Oh, this is perfect. The Infourbit is down, and Alex Jones is left with nothing but a pile of rubble. The woodland creatures that sabotage the Infourbit appear, chattering and squeaking as they update Bill on their mission. Bill Nye, smiling, ah, excellent work, my minions. You've done me proud. Alex Jones thinks he can take me down with his little Infourbit. Ha! I'll show him what real power looks like. Alex Jones, standing in front of his Info Warrior sub, which is being disassembled and transformed into a giant robot. Alex Jones, to his team, all right, let's get to work. We need to get this robot online ASAP. One of Alex's researchers comes running up to him, out of breath. Researcher, Alex. Alex. It was Bill. It was Bill. Alex Jones, confused, what are you talking about? Researcher, panting, we discovered that the creatures that sabotaged the Infourbit were actually some of Bill Nye's minions. It wasn't just a freak accident. Alex Jones, outraged, what? That's impossible. Bill Nye wouldn't dare. Researcher, nodding, yes, Alex, it's true. We have the evidence. Bill Nye is behind this. Alex Jones, furious, that's it, I've had enough. Bill Nye thinks he can take me down with his minions and his crack rock smoke. Ha! I'll show him what real power looks like. Alex Jones' face turns red with rage as he looks up at the camera. Alex Jones, to camera, this is war, folks. This is war. The camera feed cuts out, leaving the viewer with a cliffhanger. The camera cuts to Bill Nye, standing on the deck of his giant robot, surrounded by his cult following from Naalehu. Bill Nye, smiling, my dear friends, the time has come for us to take the next step in our evolution. We will no longer be bound by the limitations of the human world. We will create a new society, a utopia, where humans and woodland creatures can live together in harmony. The cult followers cheer and chant, as Bill Nye gestures to the robot. Bill Nye, proudly, behold, our new home. We will reconstruct the internals of this robot to accommodate human habitation. We will create a self-sustaining ecosystem, where we can live and thrive together. Alex Jones, standing in front of a massive construction site, surrounded by his followers. Alex Jones, to camera, folks, the time has come for us to take a stand. Bill Nye thinks he can create a utopia with his woodland creatures. Ha! We'll show him what real power looks like. Alex Jones holds up a tablet, showing a design for a massive robot. Alex Jones, excitedly, behold, the Info Warrior. With the help of my followers, we will build a robot that will dwarf Bill Nye's puny machine. We will create a symbol of resistance, a beacon of hope in a world gone mad. The camera cuts to a montage of Alex Jones' followers working tirelessly to construct the Info Warrior, welding steel beams, installing engines, and assembling the robot's massive limbs. Alex Jones, to camera, and it's not just about the robot, folks. This is about creating a movement. This is about taking back our country, our freedom, and our way of life. Cut back to Bill Nye, standing on the deck of his robot, looking out at the sea of followers. Bill Nye, smiling, we will create a new world, a world where humans and woodland creatures can live together in harmony. And Alex Jones can't stop us. The camera feed cuts out, leaving the viewer with a cliffhanger. The camera cuts to Bill Nye, standing on the deck of his robot, surrounded by his woodland creatures. Bill Nye, smiling, ah, yes. The latest improvement to our robot is the ability for our woodland creatures to communicate with humans in perfect English. One of the woodland creatures, a squirrel, steps forward and begins to speak in a high-pitched voice. Squirrel, in perfect English, greetings, humans. We are thrilled to be able to communicate with you in your language. The humans around Bill Nye look on in amazement, slightly creeped out by the talking squirrel. Bill Nye, proudly, yes, with the help of our crack rock smoke, our woodland creatures can now speak to humans in perfect English. This will allow us to coordinate our efforts and work together to create a utopia. Alex Jones, standing in front of his Info Warrior robot, surrounded by his followers. Alex Jones, excitedly, and I've got some news of my own, folks. Our latest improvement to the Info Warrior is the installation of an advanced AI system, capable of learning and adapting to any situation. He gestures to a massive computer screen behind him, showing lines of code and diagrams. Alex Jones, proudly, this AI system will allow the Info Warrior to think for itself, making it an unstoppable force on the battlefield. Cut back to Bill Nye, who is explaining his latest improvement. Bill Nye, excitedly, and our latest improvement is the installation of an advanced cloaking device, allowing our robot to become invisible at will. He gestures to a series of panels on the robot's hull, which begin to glow and shimmer. Bill Nye, proudly, this will give us the upper hand in any battle, allowing us to strike from the shadows and catch our enemies off guard. Cut back to Alex Jones, who is explaining his latest improvement. Alex Jones, excitedly, and our latest improvement is the installation of a massive laser cannon, capable of blasting our enemies out of the sky. He gestures to a massive cannon mounted on the Info Warrior's shoulder, which begins to glow with energy. Alex Jones, proudly, this will give us the firepower we need to take down Bill Nye's robot and establish our dominance. The camera feed cuts out, leaving the viewer with a cliffhanger. The camera cuts to Bill Nye's robot, now fully completed and functional. The woodland creatures are scurrying around, making final adjustments and testing systems. Bill Nye, smiling, ah, yes. She's finally complete. The ultimate symbol of our power and ingenuity. A series of casual interviews with the people around Bill Nye's robot. Interviewer, so, what's it like working on this robot? Woodland creature, in perfect English, it's been a dream come true. We've been able to use our unique skills to contribute to the project in ways we never thought possible. Interviewer, and what do you think about Bill Nye's vision for a utopia? Human worker, nervously, I think it's ambitious. I mean, who wouldn't want to live in a world where humans and woodland creatures can coexist in harmony? Alex Jones' robot, now fully completed and functional. The Info Warrior is massive and imposing, its laser cannon gleaming in the light. Alex Jones, proudly, yes, she's finally complete. The ultimate symbol of our resistance against the forces of tyranny. A series of casual interviews with the people around Alex Jones' robot. Interviewer, so, what's it like working on this robot? Info Warrior crew member, excitedly, it's been an incredible experience. We've been able to use our skills to create something truly revolutionary. Interviewer, and how do you think the Info Warrior will be sustained in the long term? Alex Jones, smiling, that's the best part. We've come up with a number of ways to generate income from within the robot itself. We'll have a fully functional economy, with its own currency and trade systems. Interviewer, that sounds ambitious. How do you plan to make it work? Alex Jones, confidently, we'll have a combination of advertising, sponsorships, and even a built-in cryptocurrency. We'll be able to sustain ourselves indefinitely, without relying on outside funding. The camera feed cuts out, leaving the viewer with a cliffhanger. The camera cuts to a news broadcast, showing a live shot of downtown San Francisco. The two robots, Bill Nye's robot and Alex Jones' Info Warrior, are engaged in an epic battle, with buildings crumbling and debris flying everywhere. News anchor, excitedly, we're coming to you live from downtown San Francisco, where a bizarre and unprecedented battle is unfolding. Two massive robots, each towering over the city skyline, are clashing in a display of firepower and fury. A shot of a helicopter flying overhead, showing the robots from above. News anchor, breathlessly, we're seeing reports of widespread destruction, with buildings reduced to rubble and cars overturned. But the real question on everyone's mind is, what's going on here? Where did these robots come from, and why are they fighting? Cut back to the news anchor, who looks confused and bewildered. News anchor, shrugging, we don't have any answers, folks. Our sources are telling us that the robots just appeared out of nowhere, with no warning or explanation. And as for who's behind it, your guess is as good as ours. A shot of a reporter on the ground, dodging debris and trying to get a closer look at the robots. Reporter, yelling over the din of the battle, I'm here on the ground, and it's absolute chaos. The robots are trading blows, with laser blasts and missiles flying everywhere. But I have to say, I've never seen anything like this before. It's like something out of a science fiction movie. Cut back to the news anchor, who looks flustered and overwhelmed. News anchor, frantically, okay, we're going to go back to our reporter on the ground. Bob, can you tell us more about what you're seeing? Reporter, yelling, yeah, I'm seeing, wait, what's that? Oh my God, The robot on the left just shot a beam of energy that blew up a skyscraper. News anchor, stunned, a beam of energy. What kind of technology is this? Reporter, shrugging, I don't know, but it's definitely not something you see every day. The camera feed cuts out, leaving the viewer with a cliffhanger. The camera cuts back to the battle, with the two robots continuing to exchange blows. Suddenly, a part of the crack rock shielding on Bill Nye's robot explodes, releasing a cloud of dust that envelopes both robots. Alex Jones, over the comm system, what's going on? What just happened? Bill Nye, over the comm system, I don't know. Our shielding just failed. Alex Jones, frantically, try to get our systems back online. We need to keep fighting. Bill Nye, frantically, I'm trying, but everything's malfunctioning. The camera cuts to a shot of the comm system, showing Alex Jones and Bill Nye's faces on separate screens. Alex Jones, into the comm system, Bill, can you hear me? Bill Nye, into the comm system, Alex, I think we're on the wrong channel. Alex Jones, into the comm system, what do you mean? This is the secure channel. Bill Nye, into the comm system, no, I'm seeing a shot of the robot's rear end. This isn't the right feed. Alex Jones, into the comm system, wait, what? How did we get on the wrong channel? Bill Nye, into the comm system, I don't know, but we need to get our systems back online ASAP. The camera cuts to a shot of Alex Jones, holding a phone. Alex Jones, into the phone, Bill, is that you? Bill Nye, into the phone, Alex, thank goodness I got through to you. We need to call a truce. Alex Jones, into the phone, agreed. This is getting out of hand. Bill Nye, into the phone, let's meet in person and figure out what's going on. Alex Jones, into the phone, all right. But no tricks, Bill. Bill Nye, into the phone, I promise. No tricks. The camera cuts to a shot of the two robots, standing still and silent in the midst of the battle-scarred cityscape. Alex Jones, into the phone, all right, I'll see you soon. Bill Nye, into the phone, see you soon, Alex. The camera feed cuts out, leaving the viewer with a cliffhanger. The camera cuts to a shot of Alex Jones and Bill Nye, standing in front of a whiteboard covered in conspiracy theories. Alex Jones, excitedly, Bill, my man, I'm so glad we could put our differences aside and join forces. Your crack rocks are truly revolutionary. Bill Nye, smiling, thank you, Alex. I'm glad you can appreciate the power of science. Alex Jones, nodding, yes, science is great and all, but let me tell you, Bill, there's so much more to the story. He begins to scribble on the whiteboard. Bill Nye, confused, what are you doing, Alex? Alex Jones, excitedly, I'm showing you the truth, Bill. The government is hiding so much from us. He draws a diagram of the Illuminati pyramid. Bill Nye, skeptical, Alex, I think you might be getting a little carried away here. Alex Jones, defensively, no way, Bill. This is all documented fact. He pulls out a stack of conspiracy theory books. Bill Nye, overwhelmed, Alex, I don't know if I can keep up with all of this. Alex Jones, encouragingly, don't worry, Bill. I'll guide you through it. He begins to explain the New World Order. Bill Nye, confused, wait, what's the difference between the Illuminati and the New World Order? Alex Jones, excitedly, that's the beauty of it, Bill. They're interconnected. He draws a web of connections between various government agencies and secret societies. Bill Nye, overwhelmed, Alex, I think I need a flowchart to keep track of all of this. Alex Jones, laughing, that's the spirit, Bill. Now, let's get to the really juicy stuff. He begins to explain the reptilian elite. Bill Nye, stunned, Alex, you can't seriously believe that reptilian aliens are controlling our government. Alex Jones, deadpan, it's all documented fact, Bill. He pulls out a book on David Icke. Bill Nye, shaking his head, I don't know if I can take much more of this, Alex. Alex Jones, encouragingly, come on, Bill. The truth is out there. He winks at the camera. The camera feed cuts out, leaving the viewer with a cliffhanger. The camera cuts to a shot of Bill Nye and Alex Jones, both wearing tinfoil hats and standing in front of a whiteboard. Bill Nye, excitedly, welcome, everyone, to today's lecture on the dangers of fluoride in our water supply. Alex Jones, nodding, that's right, Bill. The government is poisoning us with fluoride, and it's time we took a stand. Bill Nye takes a small hit from a crack rock, exhaling slowly. Bill Nye, serious, now, fluoride is a toxic substance that can cause a range of health problems, from tooth decay to cancer. Alex Jones, nodding, that's right, Bill. And it's not just the health risks. Fluoride is also a mind control agent, designed to keep us subservient to the government. Alex Jones takes a slightly larger hit from a crack rock, holding it in for a few seconds. Alex Jones, exhaling slowly, yeah, the fluoride is really getting to me now. Bill Nye, serious, now, let's take a look at the history of fluoride in our water supply. He begins to draw a timeline on the whiteboard. Alex Jones, interrupting, wait, Bill. You can't just gloss over the Illuminati's role in all of this. He takes an even larger hit from a crack rock, stumbling slightly. Bill Nye, laughing, oh, Alex, you're right. The Illuminati is definitely involved in the fluoride conspiracy. He takes an even larger hit from a crack rock, giggling. The two of them continue to take increasingly large hits from their crack rocks, becoming more and more paranoid and delusional as they lecture on the dangers of fluoride. Bill Nye, slurring his words, and then, there's the reptilian elite, they're the ones really controlling the fluoride supply. Alex Jones, nearly incoherent, yeah, man, the reptilians, they're poisoning us, with fluoride, and chemtrails, and. He collapses to the ground, still holding his crack rock. Bill Nye, laughing, Alex, you're such a trooper. He takes one final, massive hit from his crack rock, and then falls to the ground, unconscious. The camera feed cuts out, leaving the viewer with a cliffhanger. The camera cuts to a shot of Bill Nye and Alex Jones, both still wearing their tinfoil hats and sitting in front of a whiteboard. Bill Nye, excitedly, all right, Alex, let's dive deep into one of the most enduring conspiracies of all time, the moon landing hoax. Alex Jones, nodding, that's right, Bill. The government has been lying to us for decades about the moon landing. It's time we exposed the truth. Bill Nye takes a hit from his crack rock, exhaling slowly. Bill Nye, serious, now, one of the biggest questions about the moon landing is, who was filming Neil Armstrong when he stepped out of the lunar module? Alex Jones, nodding, exactly. If Neil was the first man on the moon, who was holding the camera to capture that iconic moment? Bill Nye starts to scribble on the whiteboard, drawing a diagram of the lunar module and the surrounding area. Bill Nye, excitedly, and think about it, Alex. The camera that captured the footage of Neil Armstrong stepping out of the lunar module was supposedly mounted on the lunar module itself. But if that's the case, who was operating the camera? Alex Jones, intrigued, that's a great point, Bill. And what about the lack of stars in the pictures taken by the astronauts on the moon? If they were really on the moon, shouldn't there be stars visible in the background? Bill Nye takes another hit from his crack rock, nodding enthusiastically. Bill Nye, excitedly, exactly, Alex. And don't even get me started on the flag waving in the wind. There's no wind on the moon, so how is the flag waving? Alex Jones, nodding, it's all part of the government's cover-up, Bill. They're trying to keep us in the dark about the truth of the moon landing. Bill Nye starts to get more and more agitated, taking larger and larger hits from his crack rock. Bill Nye, frantically, and what about the radiation? The moon is a radiation-filled environment, but the astronauts didn't seem to be affected at all. It's all just too convenient, Alex. Alex Jones, calmly, yeah, Bill, it's all part of the conspiracy. But we're not going to let them get away with it. We're going to expose the truth, no matter what it takes. The camera feed cuts out, leaving the viewer with a cliffhanger. The camera cuts to a shot of Bill Nye and Alex Jones, both still wearing their tinfoil hats and sitting in front of a whiteboard. Bill Nye, excitedly, all right, Alex, let's talk about one of the biggest obstacles to space travel, the Van Allen belts. Alex Jones, nodding, that's right, Bill. The Van Allen belts are a region of intense radiation that surrounds the Earth, and they make it impossible for humans to travel to the moon or beyond without being killed by the radiation. Bill Nye starts to draw a diagram of the Van Allen belts on the whiteboard. Bill Nye, serious, you see, Alex, the Van Allen belts are a region of space where high-energy particles are trapped by the Earth's magnetic field. These particles are so intense that they would be lethal to any human who tried to travel through them. Alex Jones, nodding, that's right, Bill. And yet, the government wants us to believe that the astronauts on the Apollo missions were able to travel through the Van Allen belts without any problem. It's just not possible. Bill Nye takes a hit from his crack rock, exhaling slowly. Bill Nye, excitedly, and think about it, Alex. If we can't even travel through the Van Allen belts, how are we supposed to believe that we've been to the moon? It's just a bunch of lies and propaganda. Alex Jones, nodding, exactly, Bill. The government is just trying to control our minds and keep us in the dark about the truth of space travel. Bill Nye starts to get more and more agitated, taking larger and larger hits from his crack rock. Bill Nye, frantically, and what about the Mars missions, Alex? How are we supposed to believe that we've sent robots to Mars when we can't even travel through the Van Allen belts? It's all just a bunch of lies. Alex Jones, calmly, yeah, Bill, it's all part of the conspiracy. But we're not going to let them get away with it. We're going to expose the truth, no matter what it takes. The camera feed cuts out, leaving the viewer with a cliffhanger. The camera cuts to a shot of Bill Nye and Alex Jones, both still wearing their tinfoil hats and sitting in front of a whiteboard. Bill Nye, excitedly, all right, Alex, let's talk about one of the most fascinating stories in the history of exploration, Admiral Byrd's journey to the land beyond the South Pole. Alex Jones, nodding, that's right, Bill. Admiral Byrd was a true pioneer, and his stories of the lands beyond the poles are simply incredible. Bill Nye starts to draw a diagram of the Earth on the whiteboard, with a large hole at the North Pole. Bill Nye, serious, you see, Alex, Admiral Byrd believed that the Earth was hollow, and that there were entrances to the hollow Earth at the North and South Poles. Alex Jones, nodding, that's right, Bill. And according to Admiral Byrd's stories, he flew his plane into the hole at the North Pole and found himself in a strange, tropical land filled with strange creatures and advanced technology. Bill Nye takes a hit from his crack rock, exhaling slowly. Bill Nye, excitedly, and it gets even better, Alex. Admiral Byrd claimed that he met with advanced beings who lived inside the Earth, and that they had been watching humanity for centuries. Alex Jones, nodding, yeah, Bill, it's a wild story, but it's definitely worth exploring. I mean, who knows what's really going on inside the Earth? Bill Nye starts to get more and more agitated, taking larger and larger hits from his crack rock. Bill Nye, frantically, and what about the Nazis, Alex? They were obsessed with the hollow Earth theory, and they even sent expeditions to the South Pole to find the entrance to the hollow Earth. Alex Jones, calmly, yeah, Bill, it's all part of the conspiracy. The government is hiding the truth about the hollow Earth, and they're using Admiral Byrd's stories to distract us from the real truth. The camera feed cuts out, leaving the viewer with a cliffhanger. The camera cuts to a shot of Bill Nye and Alex Jones, both still wearing their tinfoil hats and sitting in front of a whiteboard. Bill Nye, excitedly, all right, Alex, let's talk about one of the most fascinating conspiracies out there, the Antarctic Treaty. Alex Jones, nodding, that's right, Bill. The Antarctic Treaty is a treaty like no other. It's the only treaty that has been signed by every single country on Earth, and it's never been broken. Bill Nye starts to draw a diagram of the Antarctic Treaty on the whiteboard. Bill Nye, serious, you see, Alex, the Antarctic Treaty was signed in 1959, and it established Antarctica as a natural reserve, devoted to peace and science. Alex Jones, nodding, that's right, Bill. But what's really interesting is that the treaty also established a number of strange rules and regulations for the continent. For example, no military activity is allowed in Antarctica, and no country is allowed to claim sovereignty over any part of the continent. Bill Nye takes a hit from his crack rock, exhaling slowly. Bill Nye, excitedly, and it gets even better, Alex. The treaty also established a number of secret research stations on the continent, where scientists are working on who knows what. Alex Jones, nodding, yeah, Bill, it's definitely suspicious. I mean, what are they really doing down there? Are they searching for ancient artifacts? Are they developing new weapons? Bill Nye starts to get more and more agitated, taking larger and larger hits from his crack rock. Bill Nye, frantically, and what about the Nazis, Alex? They were obsessed with Antarctica, and they even sent expeditions to the continent in the 1930s. What were they looking for? Alex Jones, calmly, yeah, Bill, it's all part of the conspiracy. The government is hiding the truth about Antarctica, and they're using the Antarctic Treaty to cover it up. The camera feed cuts out, leaving the viewer with a cliffhanger. The camera cuts to a shot of Bill Nye and Alex Jones, both still wearing their tinfoil hats and sitting in front of a whiteboard. Bill Nye, excitedly, all right, Alex, it's time to open up the lines and hear from our viewers. We want to hear from you, our loyal conspiracy theorists. Alex Jones, nodding, that's right, Bill. We want to hear your thoughts on the Antarctic Treaty, Admiral Byrd's journey to the hollow Earth, and all the other wild theories we've been discussing. Bill Nye holds up a sign that reads "Call in now." 1-800 Conspire. Bill Nye, excitedly, so, if you've got a theory you want to share, or if you just want to chat with us about the latest conspiracies, give us a call at 1-800 Conspire. Alex Jones, nodding, And don't worry, our lines are secure and encrypted, so you can share your deepest, darkest conspiracy theories without fear of being monitored by the government. Bill Nye takes a hit from his crack rock, exhaling slowly. Bill Nye, excitedly, so, what are you waiting for? Call in now and join the conversation. The camera cuts to a shot of a phone ringing, and then to a shot of a viewer on a video call. Viewer, nervously, hi, Bill and Alex. I just wanted to say that I've been following your show for weeks, and I have to say, it's been really eye-opening. Bill Nye, excitedly, great to have you on the show. What's your theory about the Antarctic Treaty? Viewer, nervously, well, I think it's all connected to the Illuminati. I mean, have you seen the symbol on the Antarctic Treaty flag? It's definitely a Masonic symbol. Alex Jones, nodding, yes. The Illuminati are definitely involved in the Antarctic Treaty. We've been saying that for years. Bill Nye, excitedly, and what about Admiral Byrd's journey to the Hollow Earth? Do you think he really made it to the inner Earth? Viewer, nervously, yeah, I think so. I mean, there's just too much evidence to ignore. And I think it's all connected to the ancient civilizations that used to live on the inner Earth. Alex Jones, nodding, yes. The ancient civilizations are definitely a key part of the conspiracy. We'll have to have you back on the show to discuss that further. The camera cuts back to Bill Nye and Alex Jones, both still wearing their tinfoil hats and sitting in front of a whiteboard. Bill Nye, excitedly, thanks for calling in, viewer. We'll have to have you back on the show again soon. Alex Jones, nodding, and don't forget, folks, to keep calling in and sharing your theories. We'll be right back after this break. The camera feed cuts out, leaving the viewer with a cliffhanger. The camera cuts to a shot of Bill Nye and Alex Jones, both still wearing their tinfoil hats and sitting in front of a whiteboard. Bill Nye, excitedly, welcome back to the show, folks. We're still taking calls from our viewers. And now, we have a special guest on the line. It's Neil deGrasse Tyson. Neil deGrasse Tyson, over the phone, hi, Bill and Alex. I couldn't help but tune into your show and correct some of the misinformation you're spreading. Alex Jones, defensively, oh, great. Another government shill trying to silence us. Neil deGrasse Tyson, laughing, not at all, Alex. I just want to set the record straight. You're claiming that the moon landing was faked, but that's simply not true. Bill Nye, excitedly, oh, yeah. Well, Neil, can you explain to us why there are no stars in the pictures taken by the astronauts on the moon? Neil deGrasse Tyson, patiently, Bill, that's because the cameras were set to capture the bright lunar surface, and the stars were simply overexposed. It's a common problem in photography. Alex Jones, interrupting, wait a minute, Neil. You're not addressing the real issue here. What about the Van Allen belts? How did the astronauts survive the intense radiation of the Van Allen belts? Neil deGrasse Tyson, pausing, Alex, the Van Allen belts are a real concern for space travel, but the Apollo astronauts did take precautions to minimize their exposure. They wore protective suits and the spacecraft was designed to shield them from the radiation. Alex Jones, triumphantly, but Neil, you're not addressing the fact that the Van Allen belts are so intense that they would have been lethal to the astronauts. There's no way they could have survived. Neil deGrasse Tyson, sighing, Alex, I think you're misunderstanding the science here. The Van Allen belts are intense, but they're not lethal. And the astronauts did take precautions to minimize their exposure. Bill Nye, excitedly, yeah, but Neil, what about the lack of blast crater under the lunar module? That's proof that the moon landing was faked. Neil deGrasse Tyson, laughing, Bill, that's because the lunar module didn't create a blast crater. It landed on the moon's surface using a combination of rocket engines and gravity. Alex Jones, interrupting, wait a minute, Neil. You're not addressing the real issue here. What about the government's secret moon base? We know they've been hiding something from us. Neil deGrasse Tyson, exasperated, Alex, there is no secret moon base. And even if there was, it wouldn't be possible to keep it a secret from the entire world. The camera feed cuts out, leaving the viewer with a cliffhanger. The camera cuts to a shot of Bill Nye and Alex Jones, both still wearing their tinfoil hats and sitting in front of a whiteboard. Bill Nye, excitedly, and that's why, Neil, the moon landing was clearly staged. The evidence is overwhelming. Alex Jones, nodding, yeah, Neil, you can't deny the truth. The government has been lying to us for decades. Neil deGrasse Tyson, starting to get emotional, no, no, no. This can't be true. I've dedicated my entire career to promoting the truth about science and space exploration. Bill Nye, leaning in, Neil, You've been duped. You've been drinking the government's Kool-Aid for too long. Alex Jones, smirking, yeah, Neil, you're just a pawn in their game of deception. Neil deGrasse Tyson starts to tear up, his voice shaking. Neil deGrasse Tyson, desperately, no, no, no. This can't be true. I won't believe it. Bill Nye and Alex Jones continue to badger Neil, showing him more and more evidence of the moon landing hoax. Neil deGrasse Tyson, sobbing, oh, God, what have I been doing? I've been lying to people for years. Neil deGrasse Tyson suddenly jumps up from his chair and runs out of the studio, still sobbing. Bill Nye, laughing, ah, looks like we've got another convert, Alex. Alex Jones, smirking, yeah, Neil's finally seen the light. Welcome to the truth, Neil. The camera feed cuts out, leaving the viewer with a cliffhanger. The camera cuts to a shot of Bill Nye and Alex Jones, both still wearing their tinfoil hats and sitting in front of a whiteboard. Bill Nye, excitedly, welcome back to the show, folks. We've got a lot of callers on the line who want to discuss the moon landing hoax. Alex Jones, nodding, yeah, it's great to see so many people waking up to the truth. Caller 1, over the phone, hi, Bill and Alex. I just wanted to say that I was convinced by your arguments. I had no idea the moon landing was a hoax. Bill Nye, excitedly, ah, great to hear that. What do you think we should do about it? Caller 1, over the phone, I don't know. I feel like I've been lied to my whole life. What can we do to take action? Alex Jones, serious, well, first of all, we need to spread the word. We need to tell everyone we know about the moon landing hoax. Caller 2, over the phone, yeah, I agree. I've been doing some research and I found out that the government has been lying to us about a lot of things. Bill Nye, excitedly, ah, that's right. The government is always hiding something from us. Caller 3, over the phone, I'm so angry about this. I feel like I've been betrayed by my government. Alex Jones, serious, I understand how you feel. But we can't let our emotions get the best of us. We need to take action. Caller 4, over the phone, what can we do to take action? Can we sue the government for lying to us? Bill Nye, laughing, ah, I don't think that's possible. But we can definitely raise awareness about the issue. Alex Jones, serious, and we can also support organizations that are working to expose the truth about the government's lies. Caller 5, over the phone, I'm so glad I'm not the only one who feels this way. I was starting to think I was crazy. Bill Nye, excitedly, ah, no, you're not crazy. You're just waking up to the truth. Alex Jones, serious, and we're here to support you every step of the way. The camera feed cuts out, leaving the viewer with a cliffhanger. The camera cuts to a shot of Bill Nye and Alex Jones standing in front of the United States Capitol building in Washington, D.C. Bill Nye, excitedly, we're here, folks. We're finally going to take our message to the heart of the government. Alex Jones, nodding, that's right, Bill. We're going to expose the truth about the moon landing hoax and the government's lies. Suddenly, two giant robots emerge from the background. One is labeled Billbot and the other is labeled AlexBot. Bill Nye, excitedly, and we're not going to do it alone. We've got our trusty robots, Billbot and AlexBot, to help us make our case. Alex Jones, smirking, yeah, these robots are equipped with the latest in conspiracy theory technology. The camera cuts to a shot of a news broadcasting studio. News anchor, serious, we interrupt your regular programming to bring you a special report. Bill Nye and Alex Jones, two prominent conspiracy theorists, have arrived in Washington, D.C. with their giant robots to address Congress. Cut back to Bill Nye and Alex Jones standing in front of the Capitol building. Bill Nye, excitedly, we're here to demand the truth, Congress. We want to know why you've been lying to us about the moon landing. Alex Jones, nodding, yeah, and we're not going to leave until we get some answers. Billbot and AlexBot begin to march towards the Capitol building, with Bill Nye and Alex Jones riding on their shoulders. News anchor, serious, the situation is tense here in Washington, D.C. as Bill Nye and Alex Jones, accompanied by their giant robots, approach the Capitol building. A shot of the congressional chambers, where members of Congress are gathered. Congressman 1, nervously, what do we do? They're not supposed to be here. Congressman 2, serious, we need to take this situation seriously. We can't let them disrupt the proceedings. Bill Nye and Alex Jones, still riding on the shoulders of their robots, enter the congressional chambers. Bill Nye, excitedly, we're here, Congress. We're not going to be ignored. Alex Jones, smirking, yeah, we're going to expose the truth about the moon landing hoax and the government's lies. The camera feed cuts out, leaving the viewer with a cliffhanger. The camera cuts to a shot of Bill Nye and Alex Jones standing in front of the congressional chambers, addressing the members of Congress. Bill Nye, excitedly, "We're not going to be silenced, Congress. We're going to expose the truth about the moon landing hoax and the government's lies." Alex Jones, smirking, "Yeah, we're not going to let you get away with this anymore." Suddenly, Joe Biden bursts into the room. Joe Biden, urgently, "Stop. Stop this right now. We can't let a civil war break out over this." The room falls silent, with everyone staring at Joe Biden. Joe Biden, serious, "We can't tell you the real reason we lied about the moon landing. Good night." Joe Biden turns to leave, but is suddenly bombarded with shoes thrown by the members of Congress, including his own children. Joe Biden, crying, "Okay, okay. I'll tell you. It's because. Joe Biden's voice trails off as he is suddenly grabbed by a giant, fourth-dimensional being and disappears into thin air. The room erupts into chaos, with people screaming and running for cover. Bill Nye, excitedly, "Did you see that? Did you see what just happened?" Alex Jones, smirking, "Yeah, I think we just got a glimpse of the real truth." The camera feed cuts out, leaving the viewer with a cliffhanger. Note, the Anunnaki are a mythological race of beings from ancient Sumerian mythology, believed to be the creators of humanity. The idea of them creating humans as slaves to harvest gold is a popular conspiracy theory. The camera cuts to a shot of mass pandemonium in the congressional chambers, with people running and screaming. Alex Jones, to his research team, "Something doesn't smell right about this. I think we've been played." Researcher 1, confused, "What do you mean, Alex? We just saw Joe Biden get taken by a fourth-dimensional being." Alex Jones, skeptical, "That's exactly what I'm saying. It was too convenient, too scripted. I think we need to dig deeper." The research team begins to dig deeper, scouring through footage and data. Researcher 2, excitedly, "Alex, I think I've found something. The footage of Joe Biden getting taken by the fourth-dimensional being, it's not real." Alex Jones, intrigued, "What do you mean?" Researcher 2, serious, "It was a hologram, projected using technology associated with Project Bluebeam." Alex Jones, outraged, "Project Bluebeam? That's a conspiracy theory." Researcher 3, calmly, "Actually, Alex, it's not a theory. It's a real program that's been in development for decades." Alex Jones, determined, "Well, we need to get to the bottom of this. Let's get in the Info Warrior and start broadcasting the truth." Alex Jones and Bill Nye getting into the Info Warrior, a high-tech vehicle equipped with broadcasting equipment. Bill Nye, excitedly, "This is it, Alex. We're going to expose the truth to the world." Alex Jones, serious, "We're going to need to move fast. The government is already projecting images of the rapture, trying to fake out the population." Suddenly, images of the rapture appear in the sky, with people looking up in awe. Alex Jones, into the microphone, "Don't believe it, folks. This is just a projection, a fake out. The government is trying to control your minds." Bill Nye, into the microphone, "Yeah, and we're not going to let them get away with it. We're going to keep broadcasting the truth, no matter what." The camera feed cuts out, leaving the viewer with a cliffhanger. Note, Project Bluebeam is a conspiracy theory that suggests that the government has developed a technology to project holographic images in the sky, in order to fake a second coming of Christ or an alien invasion, in order to control the population.